Here we go on. That is go for flight 6. That start was Sienna Nichols versus Chi Yan. Here we have boat 11 and 4. We have boat 11 and 10. No, wait. Much apologies. I have gotten the flights mixed up slightly. Let me see. No, I have not. But 11 and 10 here racing. I'm unsure why boat 4 is in this whole mix. Unless something was switched on me. Should be boat 11 and 10 racing. Oh, it's 12 and 10. There we go. And that is Blake as she is coming up behind James Pine into the finish. She's been having a decent day today, but some races just don't end up going your way. Up here, we have Sienna Nichols versus Chi Yan. She's leading out to course right. Chi is following closely behind. And then for this start, we have boat 6 of Peter Hurley and boat 8 of Gavin Galway. Right here, we'll see Peter Hurley is pushing out towards the right side of the race course of the start. Gavin Galway following closely behind. Gavin going for attack here. We'll see Peter follow him closely behind. Looks like Gavin's going for attack. Peter's going for a jibe here. They'll come in again. Gavin's jibing. Let's see what Peter does for this start. Here we see Peter going for a jibe. Gavin not deciding to make the maneuver. Gavin's going down. Let's see. Probably going to go for a jibe here shortly. Gavin jibes. Gavin is leading back to the line now. Let's see what happens with this. Peter Hurley tacks. The wind has filled in again after a brief pause for no wind. The last race, Gavin beat the current leaderboard winner, Sienna Nichols, in a last-minute spin and finish. Right now, he's going against Peter Hurley, and we'll see how this race turns out. A little over halfway through the sequence. There's the 1 minute mark. 1 minute. Gavin is bearing down as Peter Hurley jibes through. Let's see. Gavin's going slow towards pin. Let's see how's his time on distance. We have Peter Hurley coming in close behind. Gavin Galway was over on this start, looping back around. He is over by about a boat length. Just entered the zone too early, I believe. So we have Peter Hurley extending about. Our next race will be Will Stratton versus Michael Senovich. Here, over there, we have our race between William Baker and Freddie Parkin. Here is our 4 minutes for race flag of Flight 6, Michael Senovich versus Will Stratton. Here we got Will bearing down to follow Michael out to course right of committee. We'll see what happens here with this start. They're bearing down, getting decent distance away from the line. We'll see what happens. Here we have about 11 and about 4, which is William Baker versus Freddie Parkin coming into the finish. It looks like this race will go the way of Freddie Parkin, as Baker follows closely behind for this finish. All the way down there, we have our competitors for our Flight 6, Race 5, Michael Senovich and Will Stratton. This is an awfully short line. Slightly committee favored, it looks like. Here, and Will crosses the line shortly. They will probably be coming back towards the line shortly. I'm going to do a quick loop around. Here we go. Reminder, boat 7 and boat 2 coming in for this start. Here we have, right here, finishing soon, we have Sienna Nichols versus Chi Yan. Sienna Nichols looks like she will take this race, but she is coming in from the bottom of course right, as Sienna comes in from the top left corner. And that is go for Michael Senovich versus Will Stratton. Michael leading off the line, Will having to do a double tack. Wait, that was 1 minute. I'm sorry, much apologies. That was 1 minute to go. So it looks like we might have Will in the favored position here coming into the line because he's on starboard with time to go, and this is a very short line. We'll see how it turns out. Looks like Michael Senovich is going to be over, possibly. We will see in the end. Does he have time to make it around? Is Will going to push him around the edge of the boat? What is going to happen? Here we go, coming on a port. Let's see. Michael Senovich is going to head him up, so he's not going to start. He's going to be over on the line. Let's see. Winds go, winds go, winds go. We have Mike throwing up a protest flag. We will see. That's green flagged by the umps. We have Michael Senovich versus Will Stratton coming here. All clear on that start. We have Chi coming in for the finish against Sienna Nichols. Chi has lost this race, but still comes in with good speed to the finish line. We're going to go up. We see Gavin Galway has just rounded our gate. He is losing the race to Peter Hurley as of right now, but who knows how it'll turn up. He made a miraculous comeback. He gained about even more distance than this gap last race. Let's see if he can do it again, or let's see what will happen. Here again, we still have Michael Senovich and Will Stratton. We have Michael on top, leading out course right, Will beneath him. Here again, we have Gavin Galway and Peter Hurley leading up. You're going to go to the upwind mark and see some of their sets for this fleet. Here we go. We're watching Peter Hurley set. Kite goes up nicely. Fills beautifully, and we'll see Jib down shortly. And there goes Jib down. Seeing Gavin Galway coming into our upwind mark here. Let's watch. See if it is still light enough for a roll tack. I believe it is. Let's see how they do on this tack. Coming into ley line here, coming in for attack. Ready, roll, and tiny little itty bitty flatten. And there we go, going for the rounding now. They are doing a different strategy than most of the boats out here. They are having their bow hoist their kite. So, oh, here they go with the jibe set. They had the bow hoist the kite, and then bow goes forward, goes jib down, and pull on. In a jibe set, that does turn out to look slightly slower, but they still have their jibe sets pretty dialed for the strategy that they're using. Here we see boat 2 of Will Stratton leading for race 5 of flight 6 around the upwind mark. Watch for the set. There goes the set. And there goes jib down. And here we have Michael Senovich tacking and wait for the hoist. And there goes the hoist. Kites up, jibs down. Let's see if they hit a jibe here. They probably will. There we go. There goes the jibe. Nice racing from all boats all around. We're hoping and trying to see how many flights we can get in before our cutoff time at 2:30 p.m. today. We currently are finishing flight 6, which is the second semi-series. Here we can see the race between Michael Senovich and Will Stratton. We still have Will Stratton going for his mark rounding, leading Michael Senovich, following slightly behind, but still in reach. If Will makes a large mistake, we'll see what ends up happening here. It is light still, but anything can still happen. We'll see what Michael tries to do to get back at Will. Here we go. We see Gavin going in for the finish. Peter Hurley has won that race, though, but Gavin was not too far behind. They made a decent comeback, just not enough. We'll see as we get ready for Flight 7. Flight 7 is next. We have one more race to finish. You can see it's a nice sunny day out here in Oyster Bay, Long Island. Everybody is happy to be out racing again after a long day yesterday of sitting on the water with no wind. It's great breeze now. Even though it looks kind of spotty, we still have consistent breeze and it's not fully dying on us today, which is lovely. As they're going for their final upwind for this flight, we will see how the racing turns out. There is our final race that we are just waiting on Michael Senovich versus Will Stratton. Will is still leading, but Michael has a lot of speed going out course right. Let's see what he can make of this speed. We'll be down here for the finish of that race. Here we have all our boats just waiting at the course, ready. We have teams discussing how to improve their races. Looks like the wind is building again, which will help nicely with our racing today. Here we have Michael Senovich and Will Stratton going for their last downwind of Flight 6, Race 5. We'll be here to watch their finish shortly. It is becoming a close race again with Will Stratton still leading, but Michael Senovich is on opposite jibes. Let's see who chose the right side of the course. They're splitting. Let's see. Wind has been filling from the left, but it is shifting right now. So we'll see if it shifts back left or if it continues shifting right and how the wind fills in nicely. It looks like there's a big puff coming down from top left that Will Stratton jibed on. We'll see how it turns out. He's at a better angle, but not enough to finish yet. I think he still has at least one more jibe, maybe two in him. I'm assuming that Michael Senovich is going to jibe twice. He could make it on one jibe, but we'll see if he goes bottom right. It looks a little bit lighter bottom right if he goes there, but he loses a lot of leverage if he crosses back now and goes to the left side of the course. I think he's going to push bottom right and then lay it in one jibe to the finish. He will more than likely be behind Will Stratton, but it will still have been a good race. Here we go. He hits the jibe real quick. And let's see. Oh, he might be crossing. Will might have made a mistake going out course left. Let's see. Does he make the cross? It looks like he's making the cross. Michael Senovich is now in the lead. Let's see who finishes first. Let's see. Can he get the kite filled? Right now, even with Michael leading, Will is in a power spot because he has cover over Will. Let's see how this race turns out. Let's see if he can lay this finish, or we could see Michael Senovich holding him out for the finish. Let's see, can Michael keep overlap the entire time? Let's see how it goes. We have Flight 7 starting shortly. Race 1 for that will be Freddie Parkin versus Gavin Galway. Let's see. What are they doing? What's the plan here? Reminder, Michael Senovich in boat 7, Will Stratton in boat 2. Let's see who crosses the line first. 2 jibes coming through. It looks like Will Stratton might have the lead here. Will Stratton crosses the line ahead of Michael Senovich. It was very close racing. But such a good race by both teams. Okay, race committee is now getting ready for Flight 7, Race 1, Freddie Parkin versus Gavin Galway. The wind has been shifting east consistently all day, with only a few shifts back to our northerly direction, which we much prefer to this slight easterly that we're sailing in now. The northerly is much more consistent here. The easterly's a bit puffy and shifty, but that also still makes for good match racing. We'll see how it turns out in the end. These are sonars, and this is the Rose Cup, the Used Mass Racing Championship, hosted by Sawanica Yacht Club and Oak Cliff Sailing through US Sailing Match Racing. Just a reminder, today, Race Committee is pushing for as many races as they can physically get off before 2:30, because we had a not so fun day yesterday with some light breeze. So now we're going for as many races today with this lovely New York breeze that we're getting. The wind is still consistently shifting right. It's basically dead east right now. We'll see what Race Committee decides to do with this information. They're probably just going to set their 3 marks again, one staying left, one at the true wind direction, and one a little farther right, just in case. More than likely, it won't shift any farther right than this as of right now. Okay, here we're just waiting around for Flight 7 to start. We can see all our teams conserving their energy and just chilling, waiting for Flight 7, Race 1 to start.
Signal go into sequence in 45 seconds. Thank you for your patience. We needed to get our boat a good.
Race Committee has just let us know that the sequence will be starting in 45 seconds. Sequence starts in 45 seconds. Race 1 will be Freddie Parkin versus Gavin Galway. Freddie Parkin will be in boat 11. Gavin Galway is in boat 8.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That is the start for our sequence. 5 minutes for the race 1 of Flight 7 will start shortly. Here we see Gavin coming towards the line. Back towards the line, getting ready for his start, because he is start 1. We have Freddie Parkin in boat 11 over there. Getting ready, their sequence will be starting shortly. Stand by for sequence. Sequence is coming shortly. Stand by for 5 minutes. Just a quick reminder, this is Flight 7, Race 1, Freddie Parkin versus Gavin Galway. Five minutes. Race 1, Flight 7, Gavin versus Freddie. Reminder, they're not allowed to enter the box before 4 minutes. So we will see them both waiting on their respective sides until the 4-minute mark rolls around. Here we see the wind filling in nicely. There's William Baker's boat. They're approaching their 4-minute mark for Gavin Galway and Freddie Parkin to enter the starting box. 4 minutes. Race 1, Flight 7. Here we see Gavin following Freddie out to the right side of committee. We'll see where this goes. Some nice speed by both boats. We see Freddie going for a jibe here real quick. Let's see what Gavin does. I think Freddie's just trying to get behind Gavin. Gavin is bearing down. Let's see what the move he's going to do. Is he going to jibe or is he just bearing away? We're seeing him probably going for a jibe here shortly to lead back. There you go. Gavin jibes. Freddie decides not to jibe. Gavin's going to probably tack back and follow. There we go. There's the tack. Back to follow. Let's see if Freddie tries to get back behind him again or if Freddie's just going to keep pushing down and to the right. We're getting a decent distance away from committee, but they have plenty of wind to get back in time. Freddie goes for a jibe. Gavin's probably going to jibe and follow. We'll see how it goes. Nope. Gavin's going for a tack here. He wants to slow down, be farther behind Freddie. Freddie's slowing up. Gavin's bearing away. Bearing down. Freddy's bearing down, speeding up again as he goes to lead back to the line. They're decently lured of the line right now. Let's see how it turns out. Here we go. Both boats bearing up towards the line here. Approaching 1 minute, we have Gavin to windward, Freddy to leeward. Let's see, are they both making pin from this position? I'm not too sure they are. Gavin looks like he's trying to push Freddy out to the left side of the starting line. We'll see how that works out for him. Both boats on the line. Gavin to windward, Freddy to leeward. We'll see how this turns out. Both going for an acceleration here. Get ready. Both boats accelerated. Gavin was pinching off to his acceleration. That's go. Looks like he had slow boat speed out of that acceleration. Needs to bear down and get some speed. There we go. Bore down. Building speed here. Freddy gained a little bit of distance off that line, solely off the acceleration. We'll see how it turns out. Now that Gavin's up to speed, he looks like he still is in a decent position if they want to go course right. Let's see if he can hold Freddy out course left. We are in sequence for Flight 7, Start 2, Michael Senovich versus William Baker. We have Michael Senovich in boat 7, William Baker in boat 4, both waiting for the 4-minute mark to approach each other. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Both entering the zone now. We have Michael Senovich coming in with speed to lead out to the right side of committee again, like we've been seeing most boats been doing in these last few flights. They want to be the boat leading out course right. Here we see Baker going slow here and low, waiting, seeing what Michael Senovich is going to do, keeping eyes on the other boat at all times. Don't want any maneuver sneaking up on you. Here we go. We see Michael go for a jibe. Will is just going down, so Michael is going to follow Will out to the bottom of course right. Let's see if Will gets behind again. We'll see what the move is. Here we see Baker go for a jibe. Michael soon to follow. Or not, Michael's going to go for attack. Michael tacks. Will bears down. We'll see where this goes. Will's leading back. Michael's following. We'll see who wants to be where on this start. some big chop coming towards them. We'll see how they handle it. These are quite heavy boats, so it should be fine. Doesn't really impact them at all. Here, it looks like Baker is holding out Michael Senovich from this start. We'll see. They have plenty of time to recoup themselves, though. We'll see. Michael Senovich goes for attack. Baker follows. Let's see who's going to hold out who on this start. Who is going to get the advantage off the line? That's 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. Baker's just holding there at the boat, waiting for the start. Michael Senovich is pushing outright. Let's see who has the better strategy. Let's see who will cross the line with speed at go. Here we go. We have Baker looking like he's trying to start a little bit more towards pin. We have Michael Senovich with his positioning is probably going to get or more boat start or behind Baker towards pin. We'll see who ends up on top. We'll see who leads after the start. And that's go. Baker is leading out left, but Michael Senovich is slow on course right. He's probably going to go for attack as soon as he can cross committee. We'll see what happens, though. Wait, he's getting a big lift. And Baker is just pushing left. Here we have Flight 7, Race 3, Will Stratton versus Chi Yan. Here's Chi right here. And we have Will Stratton. Let's see who gets a better start. Let's see who wins this race. We have race 1 coming here to the gate for the first time. Freddie Parkin versus Gavin Galway. Freddie's currently in the lead. Gavin is close behind. Anything can happen still with that race. It looks like Gavin is carrying a penalty again, though. This seems to be quite a habit of his. But we will see if he ends up passing and gaining the space to do his turns and be in the lead still. He's currently not in the lead. He goes for attack here, going out, back out to course right. We have Freddie Parkin tacking to cover. We'll see who ends up in the lead. Here, for this start, we have Chi Yan and Will Stratton. Chi is in boat 5. Will is in boat 2. We'll see who comes out on top for this. Here we have Chi leading out right. Will close behind to follow. Chi is looking to slow down, it looks like, to try and get Chi in front, to get Will in front of him. We'll see if his goal happens. Chi goes for a jibe here to try and get behind him. There, he successfully got behind Will. Let's see what he does with this, though. Here, Will goes for a jibe here, trying to get back behind Chi. Both boats want to be the leading boat back to the course. We'll see who comes out on top in this race. Looks like Chi's going for a jibe here. Coming out, he's going to come out behind Will. We'll see how that goes. Here we have Cheon leading back towards the line. Will Stratton closely followed behind. Chi is to leeward. We'll see if he hooks Will or what he ends up trying to do. Looks like Will's going for a drive. Attempts to get on the leeward side of Chi. Let's see what Chi does. Chi has enough boat speed. Chi is fine. One minute. That is 1 minute to go as the wind is picking up. It is staying this easterly, but it is staying filled, which is nice. And let's see it. Currently, it looks like Chi is not making boat. He has to tack out. There's no way he makes that if he stays. Let's see. It looks like Will's probably following him. He has to jibe soon. Protest was thrown. Green flag was called. Will's coming back up. Chi is coming back up. Will is probably going for a drive. Chi is in a power position, but there is a lot more wind than there was before. Let's see. Does she have the time and distance? Does she have the room on the line to be where he wants to be for the start? It is looking awfully committee favored. It looks like Will is at committee. Let's see who crosses the line on time. Who is leading? The wind has shifted left a little bit. It might be a little bit in favor, but it's mainly committee favored still here. Let's see. And Chi crosses the line. Nobody's over. And it looks like Chi is leading out left. Will close to follow. Our next race, we will have James Pine versus Sienna Nichols. Sienna is in boat 9, and James is in boat 12. Here we have Gavin Galway coming back to the start. He looks like he's leading the race against Freddie Parkin. Let's see what happens. He is going through a pack of boats. He looks like he's slowing down a lot, and Freddie's catching up. Who knows what will happen here now? Looks like Freddie gained the advantage there. Let's see if Gavin can jibe and bring it back across the line in front. Who knows? Anything can happen with that race. It's still awfully close as they're coming into the finish. That is our 4 minutes for Sienna versus James. But, oh, it looks like Freddie has gotten into a better position on Gavin now. We'll see how this turns out, though. Who's going to go for the jibe? Both bow ready. James goes for the jibe first. Gavin soon to follow. Not James. Sorry. Freddie Parkin goes for the jibe first. Gavin soon to follow. Looks like Freddie is leading back the line. Freddie is doing a odd strategy. They're trimming the kite out in front using their bowman. And it looks like Freddie is going to cross the line in front of Gavin. That was a nice close race, though. And then there we have James Pine versus Sienna Nichols. James in boat 12, Sienna in boat 9. Good race for Gavin and good race for Freddie. They both had a phenomenal race. It just went slightly better for Freddie, and happens sometimes. Here we have Sienna versus James. Who is going to come on top for this start? Here we see them both leading out course right. It is slightly lighter right now, course right, but there's still a good amount of pressure coming in from the top left. We'll see how that turns out. About halfway through the sequence here, it looks like. And we have James coming back, I believe, in front of Sienna. Looks like they're not going to come below committee. They could still, though. Who knows what's going to happen here? Both going for attack. Oh, nope, just luffing. Sienna goes for attack. James was just luffing. Let's see, does he complete his attack? He completes his attack here. Let's see who pushes back the line first. Let's see who's in the lead. We have Sienna. Sienna's pushing towards the line first. James closely followed. That is our 1 minute mark. 1 minute. Sienna leading towards the line. James following, not too far behind. We'll see who gets the start. Getting ready for go. Let's see, is James Ryan going to be beneath the line or is he going to be over? It looks like Sienna's awfully low on the line. We'll see where she ends up though. She might be trying to push James over the line. We'll see where it ends up. Let's see who's over and who's not. That's go, and James is over on that start. Next race, we have Blake Obauer versus Peter Hurley. We have Blake Obauer in boat 10. She's been having a pretty good day today. I think she's won some races. We'll see how Peter Hurley does against her. Peter Hurley is in boat 6, and that is 4 minutes as they go for the approach.
Score is green, green, green.
Looks like Blake is loading a slow fast approach as she tries to come out to the right side of committee without getting starboarded by Peter Hurley. Let's see, does she have the speed? It looks like she does have the speed to make it. Blake Obauer is pushing out course right, while Peter Hurley is close behind following. Here it looks like is the finish of William Baker versus Michael Senovich. It looks like Baker got that.
Stay off the radio. There's one more flight. You got about 20 minutes or so.
We just heard that we are only doing 8 flights. So we have one more flight after this, and then that will be it. Reminder, this start is Peter Hurley versus Blake Obauer. And it looks like we have Blake leading back as she is leading Peter Hurley back towards the line. We'll see who comes out on top. Looks like they stopped up. It looks like Peter's tacking, and as He's going for a jibe. She's bearing down on him. Let's see what happens here. There is their 1 minute mark. Looks like he's bearing down, but she's just going to go for attack and jibe around to get towards the line. Here we have Peter Hurley coming down over the line, and we have Blake as she is coming in with speed towards the line. We'll see how this turns out. Let's see what happens as they start. As she is behind, as Blake is behind Peter coming in. Let's see, it looks like Peter's over. Oh wait, let's go. Sorry. Much apologies. I missed go. Neither boats were over. It was an all clear start. It looks like Peter has more speed. She is slightly slow off the line. We'll see how this goes. Here we have Will Stratton coming across the line in front of Cheon. There's Chi coming in on a lovely downwind. There's the boat of James Pine. He is behind Sienna Nichols, but we'll see how that race turns out. Here on the upwind with Blake versus Peter. She's going out course left and he's going out course right. We'll see what happens. We'll see who takes the lead, who's in the better positioning. It looks like Peter is tacking on top of Blake as she tries to get enough speed to power out from beneath him. We'll see how that goes. There we just saw a great kite hoist from Sienna. Jib goes down, kite stays filled. It looks like we will have James Pine coming in a decent bit behind. But there is still room, there is still a gap. Who knows what will happen? It looks like it should be Sienna's race though. There's always a tiny chance that something goes wrong, but it is a pretty big gap coming in now. And now coming into the upward mark, we see as Peter gets ready for his hoist. There we go, as Eliza brings the kite up. And kite goes up. and Jib goes down. And now we're coming in Blake as she and her team are getting ready for the hoist. Ready as she bears around the mark, and that kite goes up, and Jib goes down. Got some great racing out here today, guys. Here we have it. Looks like Blake, as she looks like she's gaining a lot more distance downwind. She is getting close to passing Peter Hurley. We'll see how this goes. Looks like Peter's holding Blake out from the marks. We'll see what she decides to do. There, she's going for a jibe. Peter's going for a jibe as well. We'll see what happens. Do they decide to douse right away, or do they try to hold it? Looks like they held it. Let's see. They go jib up. Let's see. Do they have room around this mark as they go kite down? They do not. They're going to the course left mark. Here we see as we go upwind, she is still close behind. It is still anybody's race. Great wind here as we're pushing upwind. I am sadly going to have to end this stream early. I will see you guys later for awards. Hope you all have wonderful days. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Rose Cup.